We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. is looking forward to his bilateral meetings with fellow leaders on the sidelines of the 40th and 41st Association of Southeast Asian Nations Summits and related summits in Cambodia. He is expected to meet with Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Sen and South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. He will also meet French President Emmanuel Macron, whom he has spoken to about nuclear power. Marcos and Macron met at the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly in New York in September. The president said he expects to continue their talks and discuss details of their plan. He is also expected to hold bilateral talks with at least 6 state leaders, noting that doing it face-to-face is different from mere phone conversations. The president arrived in Cambodia last night. Among his thrusts is the promotion and protection of the interests of the country in terms of maritime security, climate change, food security, health cooperation, and economic recovery. He's also looking forward to his meeting with the Filipino community there before going home. The president is also expected to raise the issue of the West Philippine Sea dispute with China while in Cambodia. In a medium interview after departing Manila, Marcos emphasized the importance of finding ways to settle the long-standing territorial disputes between the Philippines and other littoral states, including China. He said it is impossible for him not to mention the West Philippine Sea issue to Chinese President Xi Jinping when given the chance to hold a meeting with his counterpart, as he is keen on looking for ways to resolve the issue. He also acknowledged the need to conclude the negotiations on the Code of Conduct to promote peace and stability in the disputed waters. China, the Philippines, and several other littoral states have overlapping claims in the West Philippine Sea, where Beijing claims around 80% of the waterway. The Permanent Court of Arbitration in Hague ruled in favor of the Philippines' petition against China in 2016, but China has repeatedly ignored the ruling. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. says he wants authorities to take a closer look into the killing of veteran broadcaster Percival Lapid Mabasa until he is satisfied with the results. The president made this remark after the filing of murder complaints against suspended Bureau of Corrections Chief Gerald Bantag and others in relation to Mabasa's killing. Marcos said he was bothered by the tagging of Bantag in the case, adding that the Justice Secretary Jesus Crispin Remulla and Interior Secretary Benard Abalos told him that Bantag flaunted his authority and power at the Bucor. The president assured that Bantag's suspension will remain until charges against him are brought to court. He said he's confident that the Bucor has so far done a good job with the investigation. Mabasa was shot dead in Las Piñas City on October 3. A special investigation task force was immediately formed by the PNP to probe Mabasa's killing. The Council for the Welfare of Children is focusing on improving the mental health of children, particularly those who are vulnerable to psychological abuse, as the country celebrates National Children's Month. CWC Public Affairs and Information Head Elino Bardillon said a study revealed that 3 out of 5 Filipino children are experiencing psychological abuse. The study was conducted before COVID-19 struck in 2019 and that the pandemic has even worsened the situation. Among the kinds of psychological abuse children receive are cursing and insults, which results in stress and anxiety. A UNICEF report also showed that 10 to 15% of young Filipinos from 5 years old up to teenage years have mental health problems that even lead to suicide. The pandemic also contributed to the rise in number of sexual abuse and exploitation, with family members and relatives as perpetrators. Bardillon advised the public to contact the Makabata helpline to report and help address abuse and violence against children. That's the latest and biggest stories from the Pna Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head on to the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We're also shown on the social media pages of the Office of Press Secretary and Radyo Pilipinas RP1. Stay tuned for more news updates. I'm Stephanie Civiliano. We tell stories that inspire change.